How fast is your heart rate when you're standing at the top of the boardroom about to give a presentation to all of your colleagues, or you're about to pitch an idea to investors? And in that moment, when we really need our brain to be laser sharp, what happens? It goes on vacation. Thanks to nerves, overwhelm, fear, we just have a disconnect between the brain and the body, and it just goes vacant. We can't think of anything. And it's usually right in the moment when we begin, and it's like all the thoughts and the content. See you later, adios, sayonara. The good news is it's actually all in your head, quite literally. Our imaginations are incredible, aren't they? They can create movies, books, Lego, fantasy worlds. They can solve complex problems, and they can make a 5-minute speech feel like you're about to jump into a pit of starving crocodiles. And the fear that we feel is so intense that we think that we're the only ones that are experiencing it ever, and that it can't possibly be as bad for anyone else as it is for us in this moment. We think we're totally alone. And our brain loves to play the what if game. What if I forget my content? What if they don't like my content? What if I'm boring? What if they fall asleep? What if I fall and trip over as I get up onto the stage? What if they hate my outfit? What if I'm having a bad hair day? What if they don't laugh at my jokes? The what ifs and the what ifs can go around and around and around, and we can punish ourselves so much for no reason. This is just fear talking, and if we listen to it, it can totally take over. Our fears can just go on and on and on if we let them. So if you do experience that, where your fears are on loop, don't freak out. It happens to everyone, and it's literally just a way of our fear showing up in a mental pattern of anxiety. Our fear always shows up either mentally or physically, which is sweaty palms, knocky knees, trouble breathing, fast heart rate, or it's the mental stuff, which is the negative self-talk, they're not going to like me, my content sucks, or it's the anxiety loops that go around and around. So the more you can identify, okay, how does fear show up for me, then you'll understand what's happening when it actually kicks in. Because the problem is, when we feel mentally fearful, when we feel mentally fearful or physically fearful, if we try to resist it, what does it do? It makes us even more afraid. And actually, if we resist the tension, it makes the tension increase. These what ifs are all just our brain being so dramatic. It is a massive drama queen. It loves to play out scenarios that are never going to happen, which in the process just freak us out. Your audience wants you to succeed. They do. They're not a jury out ready to sentence you, but what happens is, for some reason, we fall into a default mindset of it's me versus them. They're not going to like me. I have to win them over, and it is so incorrect. It couldn't be further from the truth. The truth is, your audience is way more kind and patient than you could ever imagine. They're not looking for perfection, which we all aim for, which we don't need to aim for. That's a whole other video topic. They're looking to learn something new, to gain something, to be inspired, to hear your story, to laugh, to be taken out of the world that they're in and immersed in another topic. They're not looking for the perfection that we aspire to, which then just increases our fear even more. So let's put things into perspective. Our fears will completely run wild if we don't contain them and if we don't understand them. They will just run the show and be in charge, which means it's going to limit our growth, our courage, our bravery, and our ability to take further steps in our career that we know inside we can take when we're not listening to the part of ourselves that loves to tell us we can't do stuff. So don't ever think your audience is against you. They're on your side. If you want to have an amazing experience and they want to have an amazing experience, that's a matching intention. No one ever goes to see a speaker or goes into a meeting going, I can't wait to waste the next 60 minutes of my life. This is going to be a train wreck. How exciting. No one has that mindset. We all want our time to be spent in the most valuable way possible, especially when it comes to learning something new or being presented with a new idea. We want it to be amazing. So try to hold on to that nugget the next time your fear tries to take you down. And the next time you feel your nerves present as anxiety loops, remember, it's all in your head, and your head can be a massive drama queen. So we need to not just embrace our fear, but we need to understand it, see it for what it is, identify it, and then use all of that adrenaline and cortisol to actually fuel us to do the best job that we possibly can. The more we face our fears, the smaller they become. The thrill of public speaking is in the challenge and the exchange of energy and giving something from your life that is meaningful and significant to other people to change their life, to inspire them, to make them live better, live healthier, work in different ways. If you have a desire to share your story and your insight, it is in your heart for a reason, which means you're more than capable of not just creating this experience, but conquering it also. So the next time you're up on stage or you're at the front of your boardroom or you're about to pitch, remember that your fear is all in your head. And it's up to you to turn that profound power, that fear that can destabilize us, into rocket fuel to turbocharge the way you approach the session, the energy you give, the content you share, the delivery, the impact, and the experience that you create. I'll keep posting tips and ideas about public speaking and how you can become an awesome presenter. So come back to my channel because there'll be more amazing content soon. See ya.